sit down.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, a good Monday evening to you folks, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the DSRL Monday Night Wingless Series. Wingless 360 sprint cars from Cedar Lake this evening. Joining me in the booth tonight, we're going to pop his cherry right here live on the air. And that sounded a whole lot dirtier than I meant. Patrick Coluccio in the booth with me. We're going to try to get Patrick going as a broadcaster for DRN. So, Patrick, say hi to the folks.
How you doing, folks? Excited to be here, and thank you for picking my cherry.
Yeah, that sounds a whole lot dirtier than I know we mean it, but this is sometimes how broadcasting works, folks. I have lost count already. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 360 sprint cars checked in already. Guys out getting a few laps in. A lot of new faces to DSRL. The 52 car, Ethan Way. And if I'm saying that wrong, he'll have to correct us. I see Todd LeBeau in here. Jacob Schmutz, Dan O'Lindsay, a new face in here. Nick Jenkins. Ryan Caldwell. Craig Sheeran been here before. So at least an Australian and a Kiwi in here, it looks like. Because Silby, the Kiwi conqueror here, watched him pick up a win last Thursday night in the Mighty Midget Series. No, we are not at I-55. I don't know what happened there. We copy and pasted that over from the other deal, and for whatever reason, when I clicked go live, I saw it change, and I couldn't stop it, so I'll have to go back post and change the name of the stream. Guys, if you're watching over on the YouTube and Twitch, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. I think Trovo is up and going again. I can't confirm or deny that. It didn't kick me back when I tried to let it go, so I think it's going again. If you're over on Trovo, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Come over to Facebook and go to the Dirt Racing Network's page and like, share, and follow that. Make sure everybody knows where you're watching. You're here for the first show. You saw a pretty darn good race in the feature. Tyler Shell with a penalty between the pole dash and the feature ended up starting in the very back of the field and charged all the way to the front and picked up the win. So congratulations to him. We're going to see some good racing here tonight, Patrick. I don't know who to pick. I know Rylan Gray looks fast right now, but man, I'm never going to count out a guy, like Craig Silby or Trevor Royer, one of those guys, because Wade Fields is another one. Man, they are just really good with this wingless car.
Yeah, this is my first time watching this group of guys on track. I know a few of these guys from racing with them. I'm excited to see how Straczynski does. Alec is usually pretty good. He usually learns a car pretty fast, and he's usually pretty quick, so we'll see.
Yeah, we got the camera on Dano Lindsay, new one in here with us, Todd LeBeau. And I think LeBeau ran a few races in Season 1, and then he kind of vanished from things. Well, we'll go over to the other side of things and see. Maybe send Ryan Caldwell, the 4 car, in here. Try to get down here a little closer, get a look. That car, white with purple accents on it, number 4 on that tail tank. Owen Storm, I guess. Owen Storm. And Storm going to bring that thing to a stop on the front stretch there. Of course he would right when I go to him. Why not? Couple of minutes here. We're going to go down track side. Going to get our pre-race ceremonies in and out of the way before the guys go to qualifying. Hey, they took the tops off, Tim. They're topless. Figured that'd be right up your alley, buddy. And that I meant as dirty as it sounded. I don't know what you did in the first race. You'll have to PM me.
I'm in the team speak, but I don't know how to change my name. It's like says team user or whatever.
Well, let's get rid of that. I didn't know we had chat on in there. I thought I'd already muted that. So sorry for that, folks. Yeah, Tim, I don't know what you did in the first race. If you gave something away, shoot me a text or something. Let me know what it was. I'll get you the information for whoever the winner is. I'm sure that Dominic recorded it for me. No, not up your alley. Okay, buddy. I'm not judging. I would never. Well, yes, I would, but I won't judge live on the air. How's that? You see this Nick Jenkins guy, the red car back there, slowing down. Every time I put the camera on one of the new guys, they seem to be pulling over. So about a minute and a half here. We're going to go trackside, get our pre-race ceremonies out of the way. I don't know, man. 24 cars in here, Patrick. That's a pretty good field of wingless sprint cars.
Yeah, and these cars are hard to drive. You really got to drive with the throttle. A lot of throttle control here. Wheels for little adjustments I find in these. So, yeah, this should be fun. It should be hectic too, but it should be good racing. These guys are good. Yeah,
Wade Lamar in here. Lamar, the 13 car. Another one. I know his name. I've seen him race. I'm not sure if he's been a DSRL racer before or not, but a lot of new faces in this series. Scott has really gone that extra mile to draw some drivers in for this. And I think everybody's enjoying the wingless car right now. I'm hearing that it's easier to drive than any of the dirt cars, but I'm going to just say from personal experience, that's just a flat-out lie.
Yeah, I think 410 is the easier of the two to drive, honestly.
I don't know. The wingless car is just not my cup of tea, so you got to put a top on it for me.
Yeah, you take a top wing off, I'm kind of useless in it, Modifieds, really. But no, this should be cool here. This is a good track for these. I got to watch a hole in the one, though. I think that's going to be the real kicker on a start, is that hole in the one on a start. Watch that.
Yeah, I think last season these guys had a really good race beginning of the season here. It's been long enough now that we took enough time off during the summer that I could barely remember yesterday, but I remember us coming here. I remember the guys having fun. I don't think we had a big field like this. I think it was only 15, 16 cars, but I remember it being pretty much wheel to wheel the entire night. So there we go. Now Nick Jenkins got the one car rolling. He's back ripping around. But it is time for us to go trackside, get our pre-race ceremonies out of the way. When we come back, the boys will be in qualifying.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All righty, back to it. Car's already on the track. I am not getting any kind of data from this thing right now, so we are going to do something. We're going to see about changing. Yeah, I don't have. So we are going to just do a different set of overlays here. It's going to be unfortunate that we even have to do this, but because I would like to keep. There we go. Now we're starting to get some times in. Okay, okay. Maybe it's catching itself up now. Right now, it looks like Rylan Gray was quickest in the qualifying session to this point. Let's get out here and take a look. Owen Storm on the track right now. Just took a second for this thing to catch up and start doing something here, but it just needed a reload, I guess. Wade Fields, second quick. Ethan Way, and I hope I'm saying that right. Vinny Sansone, Rusty Kruger. Kruger was fifth quick. And right now, Owen Storm in 3 and 4. I don't know if it first lap counted. It looks like this one's going to get him some time on the clock. Maybe, maybe not. John Fall spun it out in 3 and 4. Nick Jenkins getting around that car very sideways down there, getting into 3, so I think that's going to hurt his time. I see Jacob Schmutz went to 17th quick. Scott King 16th, and Jenkins now goes to 16th quick. Austin Semmelman out on the track. We'll jump over and watch Austin as soon. He goes to P2 on his first lap. So Semmelman jumps all the way up to the top of the pylon, waiting to see if anybody else is going to roll out. Caldwell, Landis, Steele, Royer, John Helms. We know John Fall had a problem, so of our 26 drivers, only 19 look like they're going to take time. That says something right there about how tough it is to drive this car, Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are putting laps down in qualifying that I was doing on a tacky track, so it takes talent to drive these. Like I said, it's all throttle control. This is going to be awesome to watch, so this should be fun.
Well, we'll put up the starting lineup for heat race number 1. On the pole, going to be Craig Sheeran, the 72 car. Next to him, Wade Lamar in the 13. Ethan Way in the 52 will start inside row number 2 next to Rylan Gray. Gray, quickest in qualifying. 4-car invert in your heats. He will start P4, the 06 car. That car should be black. He has not gridded just yet. Trey Schmidt, the 24, going to start inside row number 3 next to Todd LeBeau. LeBeau, the 94. Then Jacob Schmutz and Trevor Royer in row number 4. Schmutz in the 1, Royer the 90, and John Fall will bring that 11 machine in on the back of heat number 1. So 9 cars scheduled to be in here. 3 heat races. 3 heat races for us. 9, 8, 9, 9, and 8, I think is what it'll be. Easy does it down the backstretch. I think the boy's about ready to get after it. Next time around, pace truck will race away from the field, and we'll drop the flag on heat race number 1, Monday night wingless 360 sprint car series at DSRL. I know the title is wrong, guys. I know the title is wrong. I don't know what happened. I typed it twice. For whatever reason, it didn't keep it. We'll change it in post-production. The pace truck about to jump away from the field, waiting for Sheeran. Find the throttle. Green flag in the air. Heat number 1 underway. Fanning out 3 wide back there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's going to be behind Sheeran and Wade. And right now, it looks like Wade Lamar going to assert himself and grab the position. Lamar a little sideways. That's going to let Rylan Gray work to the inside. Now works on the slider line, takes the spot away. Move Gray up to 3rd. Sheeran still out front, Way 2nd, Gray 3rd, Lamar 4th. Trey Schmidt has settled into the 5th spot. Trevor Royer trying to go top shelf and see if he can steal that spot. He's going to do it at the line. So move Royer up to 5th, Schmidt to 6th, then LeBeau, Schmutz, and Fall behind that. Right now, Sheeran making this look pretty simple. Got a little sideways there. Here comes the challenge. He had it for a second. Gray made a great run on the top side. Gray's going to go for the lead 3 and 4. Coming to the 3 to go mark right here. They were 3 wide on the exit. Gray led that lap. Gray goes back to the top shelf. Big run off the top. He's going to have the lead down the backstretch. Sheeran back to 2nd. Way is going to set in 3rd. Lamar still hanging on to 4th. He is battling back and forth with Royer. Top 4 going straight to the feature tonight. Almost contact there. Rylan Gray has worked himself from the 4th spot to the 1st spot. He sees the white flag first. He'll stay locked in on the top of the racetrack, right up in that fluff. Now goes slider line in 3 and 4. And Rylan Gray will win the opening heat race of season number 2 here. Sheeran, Way, and Royer end up making it through to the feature. Lamar, Schmidt, LeBeau, Schmutz, and Fall will have to work their way in from the alphabet soup. Kind of uneventful, but a pretty good race nonetheless right there in heat number 1.
Yeah, Gray was hauling the mail, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. So let's take a look at the starting lineup for heat race number 2. Heat 2 will line up like this. Noah Bowman, new face to the series, and the 2 car will start on pole next to Alex Straczynski. You mentioned Straczynski in the pre-race stuff. We'll see what the 23 car can do here. Vinny Sansone, a fixture here in the wingless cars, the 80 machine. It'll be white with orange trim. He will start inside row number 2 next to Austin Semmelman. Semmelman, second quickest in qualifying, will bring the 18 car to the outside of the 2nd row. 21 car, Garrett Boyd. He'll start inside row number 3 next to Nick Jenkins. Jenkins, the 22 car. Then it'll be John Helms in the 1 car. on the inside of row number 4. Next to Owen Storm, Storm the 84. And Terry Landis in a return here to DSRL. Bringing his wingless car in, 61. We'll start P9, Heat 2. Looks like Garrett Boyd has not made the call. I see him in the chat, but I do not see him in the car. I don't know what he's up to, but apparently he is not going to make the call for heat number 2. May have struggled a little more than we thought trying to learn how to drive this car in between races today. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. I see Tim. Tim is probably over at his page. Maybe I'm just not seeing the chat. I'll try to refresh that and see if I can catch up with the chat. But you're all on YouTube or Twitch. Make sure you say hi in the chat. We can see you. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're cheering for. There we go. Good refresh. That gave me all my chat back. All right, Bowman Straczynski, front row, ready to go. Patrick, you're gonna have to chime in at some point here, buddy.
Yeah, I was.
Green flag.
You still figuring out all the do's and don'ts? Green flag in the air for heat number 2. Bowman quickly to the top shelf. Now slider line in 3 and 4. He's got the lead coming out of 4, lap number 1. Going to be Semmelman tucked in behind and Sansone right on the bottom. And Sansone trying to make the bottom work. Always a bottom feeder, the 80 car. And I think that'll come to him as the night goes on. But right now he'll follow the third. Straczynski's fourth. Then Helms, Landis, Jenkins, and Storm. Guy's going to come out of turn 2 right at us down the backstretch here. Move Straczynski into that 4th spot right there. And he was really trying to put the challenge down to go after Sansone. But Sansone has changed his line. He's moved to the top side. So we're going to see Semmelman get in here and go right after Bowman. Bowman with a tiny slip there in the middle of 3 and 4. That opens things up. Semmelman thought about the slider, and he really got on the binders to keep that thing down on the bottom in 1 and 2. Good job by that driver. And he hung on to second in front of Sansone. Sansone now has started to squirt away a little bit from Straczynski. Straczynski trying to hang on to 4th right in front of John Helms. Helms always fast. Looks like the English card, no exception. Go ahead, Patrick.
Oh yeah, it looks like that top side's gonna start going away here soon. So I want to see what these guys are gonna do come after some of the contests and stuff. But yeah, it looked like Alec was trying, but Sansone had a really good run there on the bottom. So, but this battle for the lead is heating up.
Yeah, battle for the lead starting to get tight right here. 3 cars trying to go after it. Getting down. We're on the white flag lap. Is Semmelman going to be able to do anything? Goes in deep on the bottom, goes up to the top. No contact. Give it to Bowman. Semmelman second, Sansone third. Straczynski comes home a distant 4th. Then it's Helms, Jenkins, Storm, Landis, and Boyd. So 8 locked in. Going to take 4 more from here. 8 cars set to be in this one. They're going to line up like this. It's going to be Miles Jensen, the 35 on pole, next to the 7 of Craig Silby. Rusty Kruger, the 5 car, will start inside row number 2 next to Wade Fields. Fields in the 71. The 12 of Dano Lindsay, new driver to the series, will start inside row number 3, and he is next to the Tiny Dancer in the 118. That's Scott King. And your 4th and final row for the final heat race of the evening. Ryan Caldwell, a 4 car inside. Brandon Steele, the 19 on the outside. I am used to seeing Steele in a 5 car. I don't know when I've ever seen him in a car with a different number than that on it, but apparently I'm about, nope, I am not. It does have a 5 on the car. I don't know why he's listed as the 19 car, but that does have a 5 on it. I'm so used to seeing a 5 on the side of that car, so that would have been a shock to me.
Love the nickname Tiny Dancer, by the way. That's awesome. See if Silby can rebound from the 360 race earlier.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of luck in the wing car. Well, Tiny Dancer is because Scott King is most definitely the poor man's Elton John. If you've ever seen his photograph, you'll understand what I'm saying. And that's where that comes from. I gave him that moniker, I don't know, at least a year ago. And it has stuck, and he has embraced it, and it has been kind of a fun ride ever since. So That's going to stick with him for life. All right, pace truck out of the way.
Green flag,
Jansen
green
got
flag.
on the throttle. Good start for him. Green flag in the air. They're 2 wide behind Jansen. Silby and Kruger, these two have raced each other a lot. All the whoa, Kruger got in there a little hot, had to really get on the binders and straighten the car up. Man, he did a good job of keeping that car off of Silby and keeping that spot. He's got Fields pressuring him, but he's top 4, nose to tail right now. This is good racing right here.
Yeah, this is fantastic racing. 3 wide coming out of 3 and 4. They take it into 1 and 2, and Silby with a run through the middle there. Kruger up top, and Silby looks like he's getting a run out of 2 there.
Silby right up to the flip, puts it right here, right by the outside wall. Big run down the front stretch. He's going to pull alongside in 1 and 2. Battle for the lead. Jansen down on the bottom. He's going to relinquish it going into 3. Can he get it back coming out of 4? It looks like it is going to be Silby at the line. Jansen by half a car. So 2 lines, they're coming together pretty well. Very equal right now through the middle and on the top. And this battle for the lead not over yet as Wade Fields got around Rusty Kruger for 3rd. And Jansen really doing a great job of holding Silby off right on the bottom right there. Silby's got the momentum. He just can't make this thing go.
Yeah, I mean, and you're seeing that's allowing Fields and Kruger to catch up here, and it's like to see if they can get them in time. I don't think they will, but here comes Silby out of 2. Looking like he's got a good run on it. Looks like Jansen bobbled a little bit. Can Silby make it stick?
Not sure yet. That time Silby finds the momentum out of 4. White flag in the air. One more time around. Silby got in front of Jansen. Then Fields and Kruger. King running 5th right now, but the Kiwi Conquer going to the feature. He'll bring Miles Jansen, Wade Fields, and Rusty Kruger with him. Scott King, Brandon Steele, Ryan Caldwell, and Dano Lindsay. Got some work to do, and that is going to go real quick for the guys at the back because they are going to have to jump out here and get into this 14 cars in this B main. They will take, I forget the count, I think they're doing 24. So I think they're taking 12 of these guys. I forgot to look before I jumped over here.
Yeah, it says it's taking all 12 of them.
There's 14. So we're taking 12? Okay. All right, so let's look at how they're going to line up for the B-Main. Wade Lamar and John Helms on the front row. Scott King and Trey Schmidt in row 2. Nick Jenkins and Brandon Steele will make up row 3. Row 4, Todd LeBeau and Owen Storm. Then it'll be Ryan Caldwell and Jacob Schmutz in row number 5. Row 6, Terry Landis and Daniel Lindsay, and then John Fall and Garrett Boyd will make up our 7th and final row. 2 drivers going to end their night. At the end of this one, we'll have our A-Main field. They'll probably take a minute or 2 for some warm-up to get some final adjustments. And we will get ready to do 30 laps for our feature tonight. The feature's as good as the heat races as they've progressed. We're in for a pretty good show. Did Wade Lamar not make the call on this thing?
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, boy. How does the pole sitter miss out there? I don't know what happened to Wade. He's in the pit, so he may get a chance to come out and roll up there and try to get in this thing. Maybe they'll have a quick caution and he can catch back up.
So who's the guy to watch out of this B-Main? For all the people watching and me.
Right now you're going to have to watch Helms. You're going to have to watch Steele. If Wade Lamar was out here, I'd say he'd be the odds-on favorite. You're going to have to watch Scott King.
All right, I'll keep an eye on Ty Dancer here and see what happens.
All right, lights off on the pace truck. It will be King and Helms to get things started in the first B-Main of the season. These guys are going to race for 14 weeks. So lots of racing between now and the end of the season. And King is on the throttle.
Green, green, green.
He'll lead us into 1 and 2. Here comes Jenkins down the bottom. 3 wide behind that 2 wide battle for the lead. Helms trying to use the momentum line. King is going to go right through the middle. King leads lap number 1 in the B-Main. Helms second, Schmidt third. Jenkins falls to 4th as he goes to the top side. But Trey Schmidt, I didn't even see Schmidt was in this thing. I probably would have picked him out because Schmidt is always fast in the wingless car. He's going to move up to 2nd right now. A lot of movement forward and backwards from drivers, and we're not even halfway through this thing. Oh!
Yeah, there's a lot.
I thought I saw a push. Sorry, I thought it was going to be Schmidt going into the infield. Good drive. Finish your thought there, buddy. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just saying we got a carp in the wall and 2.
All right, man.
No, I was
Caution
just
is out. Caution
trying
is
to
out.
see. I don't remember what I was gonna say actually. Sorry about that.
Let's go back and take a peek. Lamar did make it out here. Oh, John Fall found the fence. He went down across the front of Lamar's car into the infield. I don't know where he went. Oh, there's a car in the wall up there. Ooh, and Lamar. Wow, what a piece of driving right there to miss. I think that could have been Garrett Boyd. That might not have been. Not sure who that was back there, all the way in the back. Was it Jacob Schmutz? It was Jacob Schmutz that was sideways. That's who that black and white car is. I'm used to Schmutz being in a blue car.
Yeah, it threw me off earlier in 360s when he wasn't in a car. So
Lamar, I don't know why being scored as the leader. I think he was on the leader. I don't think he lost. Well, maybe he did. It's going to show him 13th now. It's going to catch up. So, still going to be 7 laps to go when we take the green back in the B main. First real caution. And we waited clear to the B main to get it. So, great racing to this point. It is King, Helm, Schmidt, Jenkins, Steele, Caldwell, Storm, LeBeau, Landis, Boyd, Lindsay, and Schmutz right now in the top 12. Wade Lamar right on the outside. So we'll see what happens as we get ready to go back to green.
Green, green, green.
Good start for the Tiny Dancer. We're going to try to chase him down. Still Trey Schmidt looking to the inside there. He tried to get alongside Helms, couldn't do it. Big slide coming from Steele, getting into 1 and 2. Gets the car checked down, has 5th at the moment. 4-car Caldwell right on his outside. They almost touched right there in 3 and 4. That's right in the middle of this thing. So we're going to have a battle for the lead now. Helms going to the top side, and he gets a big run down the backstretch. New leader coming to the 3 to go signal. John Helms out in front now, and a good battle for 3rd. Schmidt and Jenkins going at it. Ooh, a little tiny tap there. Jenkins really had to get off the power button for a second. Yeah, he's going to cost him a couple of spots right there as he and Schmidt made slight contact. Right now.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Schmidt's coming on that top side. There's a lot left up there in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 on the exit. So if they can hit it right, they're going to fly away like Helms has been. So excited to see that as Schmidt tries to bring alongside King. He does going into 2, and King has 2 more momentum in the middle, but Schmidt is fighting back there with Steele on the outside.
Yep, coming around, checkered flag for the B main. Helms, King, then Schmidt right at the line, gets it from Steele. Steele 4th, and Jenkins, Caldwell, Storm, Boyd in 8th. Landis, Schmutz, Lamar, and Lindsay all making the transfer. LeBeau and Landis out of this one. So our 24-car field is set for the A main. These guys will probably have about a minute or 2 of warm-up. What we're going to do, we're going to jump away, pay one of the bills. We'll be right back. Watching Dirt Slingers Racing League on the Dirt Racing Network. And I was told that I was too quiet, huh? All right, well, let me bring you back where I had you. I'll bring myself up just a little bit. Let's get ready to go down here and go through the grid for tonight's 30-lap A main. It's going to be Rylan Gray on the pole next to Noah Bowman. Then it'll be Craig Sylvie and Craig Shearer are right next to one another. Row number 2. Third row, Austin Stillman and Miles Jansen. Ethan Way and Vinny Sansone in row number 4. Row 5, Wade Fields and Trevor Royer. Our 6th row tonight, Alex Strzynski and Rusty Kruger. And then John Helms and Scott King in row number 7. Trey Schmidt and Brandon Steele make up row number 8. Row 9, Nick Jenkins and Ryan Caldwell. Owen Storm and Garrett Boyd in row 10. Row 11, going to be Terry Landis and Jacob Schmutz. And then Wade Lamar and Dano Lindsay in row number 12. And I think I said Landis did make the transfer, but apparently I was wrong. For some reason, I was thinking he knocked out of that B main early, and I probably just had him confused with somebody else.
Yeah, it's a lot of cars to keep track of, so it happens. How do you think Lamar's going to do coming from back there?
Well, 2 things. If we go green, probably he'll definitely make it inside the top 10. If we get a couple of cautions that are timed right, he may get up here and he may do some challenging for the front of this thing. Ready to go green.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag falls. Round number 1 for the Monday Night Wingless Series 360 Wingless Sprint Cars. Dirt Slingers Racing League here at Cedar Lake. And out of 3 and 4, Rylan Gray is going to lead the first lap of the season. Bowman second, Sylvie, Shearer, Jansen through the top 5. Sansone is right there. I saw Wade Fields go sliding in there next to Trevor Royer. Things are going to happen fast here, guys. This is a very short track when you think about it. A lot of banking, short straightaways, big, long, sweeping corners, but it happens pretty quick. We're getting around here in under 14 seconds. So we watch it going down the backstretch. Cars spread all over the place. I don't know who I just saw get sideways.
Caution is out.
I am not even sure who I saw get sideways back there. But I saw a car get way sideways down in 3 and 4. You'll probably have to tell me who that is. We'll see if we can get back there and catch it. But good start to it. Got about 3 laps in. Gray and Bowman started up front, stayed up front. Sherman Sylvie stayed for 3rd and 4th, and then Jansen and Sansone 56. Trevor Royer, Fields, Semmelman, Krieger, Way, and King. Right now, running in our top 10.
Yeah, and another thing too, this track's fast even when it's slick. This track is quick, and one thing these guys do have to watch out for driving though is that weird little, like, how it kind of bumps out in the middle of 3 and 4 here. So one thing to watch for there too is how it just kind of bumps out a little bit in the middle of the corner there, and you gotta like drive real weird off the corner.
Yeah, the shape changes just a little bit up there. There's a hole getting into one, and you know, these wingless cars don't have a lot of downforce, so they start bouncing going through the corners. They're going to stay bouncing as we're getting ready to go back to green.
Green, green, green.
Gray got a good start. He's going to stay locked in on the bottom. Bowman is going to the top, and I think Bowman is content to run right out there to the fence in 1 and 2. He gets a good run in 3 and 4, and he's trying to close things down. Oh, Gray with a problem. Caught the tires on the inside. That really slows him up. He may go from 1st to 3rd right here as Craig Sylvie up on the top side. Tried to get the spot, and Gray shut it off. So Gray just falls back to 2nd as he lets Bowman get around with the mistake. That was a pretty big mistake.
Yeah, just try to cut a little bit and just nick the tire there, but he's coming back strong here on Bowman. Bowman bobbed a little bit out of 2 there. Here comes Gray on the bottom with a slider, makes it stick. And Bowman fighting back on the bottom, and it looks like Gray's going to keep it going into 3 and 4.
Yep, takes it in low, brings it all the way to the fence, and Rylan Gray takes the lead back. So a mistake a couple, 3 or 4 laps ago really doesn't seem to affect him. Bowman makes one as well, and now they're back 1-2. Sylvie still 3rd, Sheeran 4th, Trevor Royer 5th, Vinny Sansone. Those two were having a good battle right when things started to heat back up at the front. Sansone's got his hands full. He's got 3 guys behind him, and 2 of them trailing him looking for an opening. One down on the bottom. That's Miles Jansen, the 35 car, and he is just trying to
All
make
right,
the
man,
bottom mark
caution
because
is
the
out.
door
Caution
got
is
slammed
out.
on him right there. Caldwell have a problem here? A 4 car? Oh, yeah. Got into the fence with the right rear. It pulled it up on top and then spit him right back in the middle of the track. He got a lick there. I think that was from, who was it? That was from Jacob Schmutz, I think, that gave him a little lick right there.
Yep, it was from Schmutz there.
So inside 25 to go, down to 22, 21 to go. Gray, Bowman, Silby, Sherman, Royer are the top 5. Sansone, Fields, Semmelman, Jansen, and Kruger, your top 10. Where did Tiny Dancer go? What happened to him?
Tiny Dancer dropped back down to 13th.
So Twinkle Toes is not coming forward. Okay, got it. Lights should go off on the pacetrack. We should be about ready to go back to green.
Yeah, this track's really starting to slick off. It's got a lot of character, but this should be a fun one to the finish. Rylan Gray's had a lot of pace.
All right, Gray finds the throttle
flag,
pace.
green
Going to
flag.
get barely out of the way down here in 1 and 2 as they come streaking by. Once again, Bowman to the top side, Gray to the bottom. He's in the lead. Silby went to the bottom. I think Sheeran went to the bottom 1 and 2. And they're all using that slider line except for Vinny Sansone down in 3 and 4. And Sansone is just keeping that white and orange number 80. Right down on the bottom. Royer went for a spot up there. Royer tried to get Sheeran, and Sheeran looks like he's going to try to fight back. It's just not going to work out. Royer is now inside the top 4. Sheeran back to 5th. Then Fields is 6th as he gets around Sansone. Everybody coming on the top side is going right by Sansone, and in the last 10 laps, Sansone is probably going to make the bottom work and go right back by about half of these guys. Let's get a look in. Let's see. Wade Lamar up to 16th, struggling in traffic. He's back there racing with Alex Rosinski right now. They are right behind Garrett Boyd, Nick Jenkins and Boyd side by side. Oh, Jenkins with a big problem. We were locked in on that.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Got off with 2. Got the right rear into the fence and it pulled the right front, and then the car was just out of control. Little bump there, pulls the front end around. Luckily he didn't tumble and he may be able to continue. It may be a little damage, but he may be able to continue as he will move to the back.
Gray had just pulled a disappearing act there a little bit, didn't he, for that little run?
He was starting to get away from Bowman. Bowman was running on the top side all the way around. Gray was still going down low in 1 and 2 and slider in 3 and 4. And I think that slider line in 3 and 4 somehow has got a lot of momentum in it. I don't know how. When you almost get it out to the fence right there, you don't have to stop the car and lose all your momentum. But Gray doing a pretty good job of getting that car to rotate and get out of the corners pretty good.
Yeah, and these are, like I said, you got to drive this at the throttle. He's probably, and that slider line of 3 and 4 might be the best way around here. It might be better in 1 and 2 as well if you could try and slide it up to the top on the exit entry to 2. But, I mean, he's got it figured out, so who am I to tell him what to do?
Guy out in front has been there all but about, what, 3 laps of this thing when he had a mistake, caught a tire down in 1 and 2, and let Bowman slip by him, but he's led every lap except for those. We're going to creep up on halfway. Get 16 to go this time by. Be 15 when they come around next time. That's the halfway point. This time Gray finds the tires on the restart. He goes high. I think Bowman backed off a little bit. That opened things up for Silby, and Silby tried to look inside 1 and 2. A little bit of contact there. And now Silby's going to go slider line 3 and 4. He'll grab the spot momentarily. Man, what a battle for second already.
And here comes Royer. He's ripping it up there, and he's going to give Bowman a fight here into 3 and 4, and he looks like Bowman's got it right now. Royer going to rip the top, and still sitting behind Bowman there. Silby in second now, trying to give these to Gray, and Royer fighting with all he's got there. Same with Bowman.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
John Helms may have had a problem here. We'll jump back real quick and give a look. Helms, the white car with the purple trim. looks like up in 1 and 2. Right rear is going to bump the fence right there, too. Oh, yeah. That's a tough one right there because he launched off the end of the turn 2 fence into that opening. That's a pretty heavy hit right there. So quick cloud of dust and another caution here. So we're down to 13 laps to go. We'll get to the end of it. Appreciate everybody staying up late with us. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us at least know where you're watching from. Our worldwide audience. Should get lights off on the pace truck this time. They do go off, so we're going to be going back to green. 13 laps remaining. Still Gray,
right,
Sylvie, Bowman, Royer, and Sheeran in the top 5.
So if you're Silby, Bowman, and Royer, how do you? I mean, they seem to be the guys with a lot of pace right now, trying to catch Gray. Do you guys just kind of let one of them by and follow as we go green here?
Green flag, green flag.
Man, that's a tough call. I always hate to let anybody just go by. But with a guy like Royer who's coming through the field, if he got around me, I would definitely try to get up there and run in his tire tracks. He's side by side right now with Noah Bowman. And Bowman had a problem down in 1 and 2, really had to almost bring the car to a stop, so he'll fall back to 4th. Royer goes up to 3rd. Semmelman now 5th. Semmelman, the white car with a red trim, right behind the black car of Bowman. And Semmelman always really fast, and he likes to run right on the ragged edge, so wouldn't be surprised to see him come a little bit further forward. But Gray out in front, and I think Sylvie's starting to reel him in. It's a little bit here, a little bit there as Sylvie slider line in 1 and 2. That brings him close. Don't know how much it's going to take to get there, but at least he's closing in.
Yeah, he's closing in at decent enough. I think he's there on entry to 1. I think he's just going to find a little better line out of 2. But Gray's got that top working for him, and he's going to be hard to pass.
Yeah, he's running that slider line 3 and 4 about as good as you can, Ryland Gray is. And Sylvie's trying to do it down here in 1 and 2, and he's hoping that maybe Gray jumps the cushion and bumps the fence or something. But that gap is staying just about 0.4 of a second. As these two are really getting away from Royer. Royer has changed now, and he started running the bottom exclusively, and he was on the top. That's what got him to 3rd. And now he's abandoned that. And he's got a second to make up on Sylvie, and he's down to 6 laps to do it.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution
And that
is
caution
out.
will help.
Did Vinny Santone just crash the 80 car? Ooh, close to the fence. Oh, yeah, got the right rear of the fence in 2. Flat spun it. He tried to get out of the way. And that just wasn't going to happen. It's a tough break for Sansone. Sansone won a couple races last season, had a lot of podium runs. And we saw him as a bottom feeder. He would start making up spots left and right on the guys down on the bottom. So,
yeah, Vinny Sansone's fast, and shame that had to go that way. But that's that risk you take around that line up there. So, but this wall will eat you. It will take you with it.
got Ryland Gray, Craig Sylvie, Trevor Royer, Noah Bowman, Austin Selma in your top 5. Then Way, Fields, Krieger, Sherman, Schmidt in the top 10. We saw Trey Schmidt up front early, and he is all the way back to 10th. Boyd, King, Lamar, Jenkins, Lindsay, Schmutz, and Jansen are going to round out the 16 cars still on the track. I think we're getting ready to go back to green. 6 laps to go. Going to be an exciting finish. See if anybody's got anything for Ryland Gray right here.
Green flag, green flag.
Gray on the restart goes to the top side of 1 and 2. Goes back to his slider line in 3 and 4. Sylvie right in the tire tracks there. Royer still 3rd. He went back to the top side. He gave up on the bottom quickly as Semmelman is there. Now puts the right rear in the fence. Going to have to grab the car up. Couple of spots going to get lost there. Semmelman and Way going to go by, and I think maybe was that
Royer.
Royer finishing the car off. Well, let's find out, because Royer... I'm not sure where we're at on that. We're not in the right spot on that piece of the replay, but Royer did have problems, and he has taken the car off the track, so... Unfortunately, not going to be able to see exactly what happened there.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of netco between Royer and Oy, or Fields there.
So, Great, Silby, Semmelman, Way, Fields now. Your top 5. Kruger, Schmidt, Sheeran, Boyd, and King. Tiny Dancer making an appearance back in the top 10.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit of rhythm to get back into it. You know, some guys aren't good on short runs. Some guys are better on a long run. So we'll have to see here.
Short run in this one, 4 laps. When we get back to the green, still 15 cars on the track.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Gray got another great restart.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And a quick
Caution is out.
caution. I think Trey Schmidt died on this one, folks. Black car right in the center of the screen goes down. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hook the left front on the inside of the tires. He dies. Is that Garrett Boyd that died with him? Or was that Jacob Schmutz that died with him? I think it's Garrett Boyd that died with him. Yeah, it was Garrett Boyd. So Boyd just breaking back into the top 10 and then has a big problem. As Schmidt clipped the infield tires, yanked the car around in front of me. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, the tough thing about those restarts, a single file, nowhere to go. You just kind of gotta hope nothing happens. Think Silverman gives it his all here, tries to win this, or you think he's a little patient?
Depends on what kind of restart he gets and how close he is to Gray. I don't know if he really goes hard after Silby. I think he'd rather go 2 for 1 and try to just take the win. But if he's close enough, I would not hesitate to say that, yeah, he will probably make a run at trying to get the win here.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Extended for a lap. I don't know. Was that Lamar's car parked down there? Or was it? It was Trey Schmidt's car. It was down there in the bottom of 1 and 2. So he'll rejoin the tail end of the field. We'll go one more time around, get the green flag the next time out of turns 3 and 4. 3 laps to go for these guys.
Yeah, if you're Silby and Semmelman and the guys behind Gray, you gotta like just hope he messes up in 1 and 2, right? He's been so good on his restarts. He's been getting a good enough jump to where he can kind of run his pace. You kind of gotta either hope or you gotta be right on there with him.
Yeah, you gotta hope it's one too many restarts and that he makes that big mistake. Maybe he gets down there and gets into 3 and 4 a little bit too shallow or something right here on the exit. He grabs one of these tires because he's been pretty close.
Green flag.
He does none of the above, and now down to 1 and 2. He's going to stay locked in on the bottom. Gets a good run. Semmelman with a great drive off the top of 2. Goes right in behind Silby in 3 and 4. Gray stretching it out with 2 to go. And now it's Semmelman working the bottom on Silby. Silby's running the slider line at both ends. They're going to get the white flag with Ryland Gray out in front by 3/4 of a second. The battles for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as Ethan Way still not out of this. If there's a mistake right here, he's going to grab a podium spot in his first appearance at DSR on the wingless cars. Ryland Gray will win the season opener. Semmelman bounced the right rear off the fence. He almost got Silby as he ran up over the right rear tire. Silby's 2nd, and Semmelman is going to bring it home in 3rd. So we won't have his car to look at, but we definitely will get the guys around, and we're going to talk to Austin if he's still in the chat here. Silby and Ryland Gray. And I know Ryland's always in the chat, so there we go. Let's see if Austin, if we can get him in here.
User was moved to your channel.
Austin Selman, you got a copy. Hello, Austin.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, you went for it right there, and it looked like you had a little drive, but Sylvie kind of closed the door. You're still going to come home third in this thing. Tell us about that last restart.
Yeah, I just was going to send it on the wall and hope it stuck. So wasn't tight enough for that type of track, but recovered after getting run over there on the first lap. So I guess I can't complain too much.
No, nice recovery and a solid finish there. Like we were talking about when you guys were getting ready to go back to green, we were like, does Semmelman go ahead and go for this and try to get the whole thing, or is he going to be patient, wait for one of these guys to make a mistake? You answered that. You still end up third. Awesome run, man. I'm sure you got some shout-outs for us.
Yeah, just thanks to Scott King with King Designs for being on my car and doing my cars and putting this whole deal on, and kind of last-minute decision to race. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to or not, but jumped on last minute and held the throttle down, so it was fun.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Yep, thanks.
User was moved out of your channel.
Semmelman finishing at third. We can talk to Craig Silby. The graphic was incorrect for that because we were trying to talk to Austin, but we had to show Craig's car because Austin's car was destroyed. Craig Silby. Man, I'll tell you what, you win last Thursday. You come in here in the big car, and here you are second. And your fortunes are starting to turn around. The Kiwi Conquer thing may be helping you out.
yeah. Coined that title, and I'm trying to live up to it. Yeah, thanks, Roger.
Yeah, awesome run tonight, man. Tell us about the feature, because you tried to chase Gray down pretty much all night long.
Yeah, he had that left front that was like massive negative camber, and I think it was really helping because I just couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah, a couple of different lines, man. We saw you do a little bit of the bottom there early. You were doing the slider in 3 and 4, and then you kind of just went full top shelf on that thing. Car was just kind of set up to be more of a in low, out high car tonight.
Yeah, that's right. I was just planning on trying to see if I could pick up a little bit of grip down the straight and then send it up on the slider up to the top. But yeah, there was just not a lot anywhere. So I was just feathering it around, trying to get around.
Well, always awesome to see you, bring the Easy Trucks machine onto the podium, man. I'm sure you got plenty of shout-outs tonight for these guys, and you'll get ready to come see. Maybe you can repeat on Thursday nights, huh?
Oh, mate, I'm looking forward. Yep. Thanks to Dirt Slingers Racing League putting this show on. It's going to be a great series, I'm sure. There's some good guys in here. And to Dirt Racing Network for putting it on for the world to see. And my team, Iridium Sim Sports, my teammate Craig Sherman was in the field tonight as well. And Easy Trucks, concrete cutting. And yeah, thanks very much, guys. We'll look forward to the next one. And congratulations to Rylan. He did so well.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we're going to look forward to seeing you on Thursday night, and then we'll love to see you back here next Monday and see if you can pick up a win.
Yeah, thanks, Roger.
User was moved.
Craig Silby coming home second. Now we're going to talk to the man of the hour.
Was moved to your
and
channel.
He had some challenges, but he leads this thing from flag to flag. Rylan Gray, you there, buddy?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, man. Great run tonight, man. Tell us about your feature.
I kind of just got back on iRacing after running the sprint cars in real life for a weekend and said, why not? DSRL is bringing back up their seasons, so why don't we run both nights? Had a little bit of bad luck in the wing cars. Just didn't drive that well, didn't get enough practice, and then made 30 minutes practice for this one out, got a pretty good setup sent to me, and matches were made and we won the race.
Yeah, you got a couple of challenges early in this thing. You had Noah Bowman there for a while. We saw you make one mistake. He snuck by, and you just took it right back. Trying to run two different lines there, man. How was the track tonight?
It was really good. Really good here on the bottom, especially if it seems like I'm better than a lot of people here on the bottom. I can just roll it well. I know how to roll in any car. Really, the top was fast the first 15 laps, but I think I made the guys behind me think the bottom was quick, so they stayed down there, and I was just faster than them no matter what. Anytime they try to get around me, I just shoot back around the top, get right back around them. And then I think my car was broke about lap 14, the rear end broke and the left front broke. So I think it was crab walking a little bit on the straightaways and just kind of kept the car as straight as possible.
Well, an awesome run, man. You open up the season with a victory. You got some shout-outs for us before we let you celebrate?
Yeah, on the team anymore. So I guess the guys that were helping me tonight, I got to thank Wade and especially Skylar Brown for the saves, dialed in. Felt really good all night.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for hosting this.
Rylan Gray picking up the win. We'll take a look at our unofficial official results. Gray, Silby, Semmelman, 1, 2, 3. Then Ethan Way in his debut here. Good run for him. He'll start 4th in the points for the season. Wade Fields was 5th. Rusty Kruger 6th. Scott King 7th. 8th went to Craig Sheeran. Daniel Lindsay, another debut driver inside the top 10 here. He comes home 9th. Jacob Schmutz 10th. Nick Jenkins in 11th. Miles Jansen 12th. 13th went to Trey Smith. 14th, Wade Lamar. Garrett Boyd in 15th. Trevor Royer 16th. And Royer was making a rip through the field. Had a big problem with about 5 to go. And that relegates him to outside the top 15. Vinny Sansone was 17th. Noah Bowman in 18th. Terry Landis 19th. 20th went to John Helms. Alex Rosinski in 21st. 22nd to Brandon Steele. Ryan Caldwell 23rd. And Owen Storm rounded out the field tonight. Well, Patrick, your first show. What do you think of being in the broadcast booth, and what did you think of the race tonight?
Oh, that was awesome racing, and thanks for having me up here. I'm excited for the future endeavors we have planned ahead of us. Looking forward to doing this one alone eventually, but this was a great race. Throughout. Rylan just killed it. Silby consistent all night. Selman driving back through the field. There was a lot of good come from this, and these guys were quick. And this is a tough track. People don't realize it. This is a very tough track to race.
Yeah, very tight. It looks big and wide, but it does not race big and wide. The corners are long and sweeping, but really you can, a couple cars wide, and that's really about all you want because you got to have a lane on exit. And these guys did a great job of staying off of each other. We saw a couple cars get into the fence, but all in all, fantastic night of racing. I'm looking forward to trying to help you get finished set up and get you set to stream at least to the YouTube channel and see if we can't get you going on Facebook as well and get things going because I think you'll be able to handle it once you got all the ins and outs of working the software. So I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us. We're looking forward to having you on the network. As many pieces of equipment and as many people as we can get to do this, man. We can 9 races every week in 5 days. We need all the help we can get. So thanks for stepping up, and I'm just looking forward to see what you can do on your own, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for having me again. Like I said, excited to be here and excited to help out any way I can. So really looking forward to it.
All right. Well, guys, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We know you can watch this stuff anywhere you choose to watch it here with us at the Dirt Racing Network. It is much, much, much appreciated. Don't forget your likes, shares, follows, and your subscriptions over on YouTube and Twitch. If you're over on Trovo, make sure that you follow us there too. For Patrick Coluccio, Cody Olson, Zach Krieger, Dominic Santino, and myself are right here at the Dirt Racing Network, guys.